Hi guys, I hope you're doing good. And recently I have decided to do a 10 days writing challenge. The purpose of this challenge is to really focus on my writing, and the goal is to write a first draft of my pilot episode that I'm currently writing on. But what should this challenge contain? Stay tuned. Hi, my name is Maria and I'm one of the creators behind Another Character. So if we haven't met, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. So the goal for my 10 days writing challenge is to write a vomit draft of my pilot episode. What I'm starting off with is I have worked on this idea for about maybe a month, and I have been writing on my outline, and I have been developing my characters and thinking about the big plot. So I have some ground to start with, and I have like a rough draft of the outline. So that's why I think these 10 days will hopefully work out, because I already have an idea. But maybe you can do something like this even if you don't have an idea, because if you work really hard for 10 days, nothing is impossible. But hey, before we jump into it, if you love screenwriting and storytelling, please consider subscribing to this channel, as we are talking about topics regarding screenplays. And don't forget to hit that little notification button so you don't miss any of our future videos. So the reason I want to do this challenge so that I can really focus on my writing and really dig in to my story. However, I will take breaks during the weekends, and I will also take a break over the Swedish midsummer. So I will start on Wednesday and I will keep writing, and since I'm taking breaks, I will probably finish around the 24th of June. So what should this contain? My goal is to write about 8 hours each day. I'll start around 8:30, check my emails real quick, and then start writing. My plan is to set a theme for each day, but writing is dynamic. So I know that sometimes I have to move back and forth, and maybe I can't focus on the thing I set my mind to. But the most important thing is that I keep on writing. So I don't think it matters, like if I was supposed to create a character and then I jump into the outline, because you never know what's going to happen when you write. And if you kind of figure something out about that character and then like, oh, this should happen to this character, I might need to add that on to my outline. So, and I think that's good, because you don't want to be like, if you got an idea, don't be stubborn. Just let yourself wander and try to figure it out, because otherwise your moment might be lost. So don't be too stubborn about the theme for the days, or at least that's what I'm thinking I'm gonna do. On day one, I'll focus on my characters, and especially those I need to get to know better, and I'll interview them. And if you're interested on how to interview your characters, please watch this video. I will also work on my characters and how they are related to each other. What do they want from each other? How can I make them like more complex and like making them the opposite to each other? Like if one is smart and maybe the other one should be dumb, or maybe one is rich and one is poor, like make it more so they don't really look like each other. On day two, I will work on how each character is gonna be talking, because I want to give myself a solid ground, something to start with when I'm actually gonna write the dialogue. And I think that's a good idea, because I find myself like, sometimes it feels like my characters talk the same way, like in my first draft and stuff. So I really want to give myself like the best tool to really make them be different. Like how can they be in the way they speak so they don't look like each other? Like I'm supposed to be able to like cover the name of the dialogue, and I will be able to tell who is who. So that's why I really wanted to give myself really the time to make them different, even if how they speak. So I will also go over my outline again. As of now, like I said, I have like a first vomit draft of my outline, and I think I will have to go through it again, and maybe I have found something I need to develop, because I think I need to keep working on it to make it even better. On day 3, I will do my last adjustment on the outline before I head over to the treatment. So I will mainly focus on my treatment and feel the story and see if it's working. I'll continue on the treatment for both day 4 and 5, and on day 5, I will finish my first draft on the treatment. On day 6, I'll look over my treatment. How does it work? How did it go when I went from the outline to the treatment? What do I need to improve? How are the scenes? Does each scene have a conflict? How are the characters? Are there interesting characters? So I will work and look over the whole thing. On day 7, I will move over to final draft and actually start writing the screenplay. So it's very important that my treatment is finished on this day, so I know it will actually work on paper. And I will actually have the treatment next to me as I'm writing the screenplay, so I know what scene comes after the next. So it's really important that my treatment is, completed, and I have worked on it really hard to make it as good as possible. On day 8, I'll finish the screenplay for the first round. On day 9, I'll rewrite. What can I make better? So I'm just gonna keep on rewriting. And on day 10, I'll finish my first draft. And that's easy, right? I have no idea on how this is gonna work out. I have never really done a challenge like this before. I mean, I have been writing for several weeks, like all focus on writing and writing for days, but I never put up like a challenge like this. So I'm super excited. I think it's gonna be so much fun. And after I finish this challenge, I'm gonna make a video and tell you how it all went. But before I sign off for today, I think it's really important to really put up a schedule if I'm gonna make this work, because otherwise I think I'm gonna lose focus and start doing other stuff. And I actually made a video on how to make a writing schedule, which you can watch here. But as I said, I will probably start at 8:30 and I will finish at 5 p.m. and I'll take breaks, lunch break, and I will take a walk, and I will just try to put myself in the position where when I'm writing, I'm supposed to write. And when I'm taking a break, I can do whatever I want. But I think it's good for having that schedule, so I will actually get the thing done and complete this goal. So okay, wish me good luck. This is gonna be great. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please consider subscribing. Keep on writing, stay safe. I'll see you in the next one. Hej då!